What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. So I've been working on a new theory, hypothesis, concept, whatever you want to call it, and I'm not too firm in it just yet. So I'm looking for holes in the logic, and maybe you guys can help me out, and some of you women who watch. And here it is. I think a woman who's 40 or older, I'd possibly even throw in 35, but definitely 40. Any woman that's 40 plus on a matrimonial site or on a dating site is an absolute loser, in the same sense as a man who's 40 years old and hasn't figured out life. Let me explain this. So by the time you're 40 as a man, like myself, you come past 40 or whatnot, you should have life figured out. You should know where you're going, and ideally, alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, and ideally have everything figured out. Be on cruise control at this point. If not, you should have a really good story to go along with it. Because you've made experiences, you've done this, you've done that, you've done some great things, right? Women, since they're not the builders and maintainers of the world, they need to figure out life in a different way in terms of their relationships. And you're going to have those people, well, women are more than just relationships, sure, fine, whatever. But you should really have this figured out because men have always wanted women, and so they have pushed and pressured themselves to be in the lives of these women in terms of relationship for generations and decades and decades. 4 decades, basically. Well, not 4 decades. You aiming for little kids, and there's a problem with you. But by the time she's mature and able to have a relationship, she's had men chasing her. Actually, even in preschool. We used to chase the girls in school. So anyway, you've got life experience with relationships. And so by the time you're 40, you should have life figured out in terms of, your relationships and being on cruise control. And here's the thing. It's easier for women than it is for men. And now we're going to have women and feminists say, oh, no, life's not easy for women. No, life's not easy for anyone. But it is easier for women. See, we have to forge our way in the world as men. We have all the obstacles against us. Societies, other men, this, that. We have to build ourselves and build our value. Women have an intrinsic value that you just need to capitalize on it. We need to build our value and then learn to capitalize on the value we've built. You see? So it's 2 totally different specialty fields for men. Building your value, and then learning to capitalize on it. Women, on the other hand, they have value intrinsically. So you just need to learn how to capitalize on it. And that's made easy for women early on, especially in the 21st century, in the age of social media and thirst trapping. So the question is, like we would ask a man who has wasted his life, what have you been doing with your whole life? If you're on a matrimonial site at 40, if you're on a dating site at 40, you're still dating like you're a teenager. You ain't figured it out, sister? And this applies to Muslims or non-Muslims. It's a mess. It's a mess. Because it's easier for you. Because dudes will throw themselves under your feet. And all you have to do is stand back and pick the best possible choice. Can you imagine if men, look at life like this. Imagine life was like this for us as men. You grow up, hit maturity, and then career after career is just thrown at your feet. Come work for Tesla. Come work for SpaceX. Come do this. You didn't even earn it or deserve it. They just like you because you're a young man. Hot woman. Read hot woman here. Guys want women just because they're hot women. Not because they deserve a relationship and laid up lives. No, just because they're hot. But imagine as a guy, everything's be thrown at your feet. Hey, you want a car, dude? What's up, man? All you got to do is come work for us. We'll give you a company car. We'll give you the fattest car. And you want this jewelry, man? You want some bling? You need some bling to go with that? This is how dudes treat women. You haven't figured it out yet? Then imagine, guys, all this is being thrown at your feet. You hit 40. And now you're out on the market. Hey, man, someone still want to hook me up with one of them SpaceX jobs? What's up, man? Hey, I still need some of that bling over here, man. And now they're over there chasing the new younger version of you. Younger guys, healthier, fitter, more viral. Viral. There's a word for it. I can't say it. Viral. Energetic. Sharp mind, everything. You're like, no, we want this young guy over here. Sound familiar, ladies? And then then you as a guy, you get bitter like these women. I'm just giving you my perspective switch here. Then you, as a guy, you're like, oh man, only losers want young guys. There's nothing special about young guys. I've got all the life experience. They sound like them women? Tell me they don't sound like them women. Only boys chase little girls. Real men don't want younger women. Just imagine if I said that in the career world. Well, look, SpaceX. I'm 48. I understand you want that young engineer, but take me, the older engineer. And they're just looking at me like, yo, you know what, that young engineer is going to give us 40 years on the job. You might give us 10 or 15. You see what I'm saying? Tell me my logic is wrong. If you're 40, I dare say 35. But definitely if you're 40 plus as a woman on a matrimonial site, you are the planet's biggest loser. You are on par with the homeless male bum. And I feel for you. Anyway, it's pathetic. It really is. I just looked at it because I saw it today. I was just like, I was looking on a matrimonial site and I was just like, what the frick is she doing on here? Really? I seen this chick on here, 50 years old. Just put that thing away. What are you going to do with a 50-year-old hoo-ha? The thing don't even work anymore. You're in menopause. Just retire it. Just take the wheels off of it, baby. It's pathetic. There's no classic women. There's only classic cars, okay? Nobody wants to roll around on that thing. The mileage is done, okay? It's horrible. It's horrible. I hate to laugh, but it's horrible. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm wrong. This is Man Abuamerican. I'm out.